Hi there, welcome back to the Havilland Aircraft Museum. Alistair here, the curator. I'm going to answer a question that we get asked so many times by our visitors, and that is why don't any of your airplanes fly? Are you going to restore any of your airplanes to fly, especially the Mosquitoes too? Are you going to get one of these flying or anything like that? The answer to that is no, we're not, basically because we can't. It is extremely expensive to restore an aeroplane to flying condition. For a number of different reasons. First of all, every single component of it, every single part, every single piece of material that you replace on the aircraft has to have a certificate of traceability to prove that it's the right part for the job, that it's been tested. If it's a bolt or a nut or something like that, that they've been tested and they're the correct fit, they're the correct component. And you can imagine what that does to the price, because if you just go and buy a packet of nuts and bolts from a DIY superstore or something like that, they're relatively cheap. And if you're going to buy nuts and bolts that have been tested and certified as being absolutely fit and proper for a particular aviation use, the price is astronomical. So for the first reason, it's beyond our means to do it, because we just could not afford all the necessary materials to do it. The second thing is the amount of inspection and oversight and surveillance that is necessary, because we would have to have our work checked every possible step of the way in order to make sure that we're doing it exactly right. That also is a huge cost as well, the professional inspectors to come in and do this. There's an awful lot of administration and an awful lot of record keeping, which really is beyond the means of most museums to do. I suppose the final thing really is that if we were to restore any of these aircraft to flying condition, we'd have to lose them, because we at Salisbury Hall are not an airfield. We never have been, we never will be. So we can never keep an aircraft here and fly it from here and return it to here. We would have to lose it, we would have to go to another airfield, another maybe flying museum or something like that, and we'd lose it from our collection. So for all sorts of different reasons, it just isn't practical for us to restore an aircraft to flying condition. We would much rather present it to you as a restored museum exhibit and let you see them close to. That's another reason too, because if we were carrying out a restoration on an aircraft, you wouldn't be able to get as close to it as I'm standing now, because the public would not be allowed in, because if somebody touched something, broke something, interfered with something or something like that, then of course it compromises the safety of the restoration to flying condition. So we can't do it that way either. So for all sorts of reasons, I regret that you're just going to have to enjoy them on the ground, but why don't you come along and do just that? Once we're open, come along, see them at close to, and share the enjoyment with us as well. So that's it from there. Thank you very much. Stay well, stay safe, stay tuned, stay in touch. See you soon.